Hello, beloveds, and welcome to our series on the power of transformational retreats. I'm so excited to be chatting today with my beloved sister and Oracle of Eight, Hema, and she is the founder of Embody Costa Rica and also the creator of the Embody Oracle deck with our other sister, Alexis Cohen. And just so excited to be able to chat with you today because not only have you been leading transformational retreats for a really long time, but you also decided to found your own retreat center. So I know you have so much wisdom to share here. So I'd love to jump right in and really ask, like, what inspired you to start leading transformational retreats, and how has your journey evolved, especially now that you are a purveyor of a retreat center?
That's a great question. Okay, I'm going to be super honest with you. I never thought about doing retreats. I really, yeah, I was invited to teach at Kripalu and then Omega, which is in northern New York, is where Omega is, and then Kripalu is in the Berkshires of Massachusetts. Really beautiful locations. And I was like, okay, I don't know what a retreat is, but I'm going to do that. I'd already been teaching workshops and had been already kind of like teaching at festivals and stuff like that. So it was like, oh, okay, I'll put something together. And my first one was a women's retreat and was so juicy. 25 women came, and it was just like, I just thought it was the best thing ever. I didn't plan for it, I didn't prepare for it. I was really just kind of like, what is this? Like, what, So the night before I got there, because they invite you to come like a night or two before, I get there and I was just like, oh shit, should I have like planned something? Should I have organized something? And then I was like, oh no, I've got ideas. I've got ideas. So I just put all the ideas down, and it was beautiful. It definitely is just it's a beautiful gift that I get to share. Um, and it all happened very naturally, just like that. So there wasn't like I want to do this thing. It was really just it was an opportunity that I got to play with. And then I did produce my own in the future. And that was really hard. And we could talk about that.
And what really led you to, start? And I love that that was sort of like a happenstance beginning. I actually didn't know that about you. And so, what led you over all these years to be like, oh, not only do I really want to do this, but I want to have a retreat center where I can bring people and nourish people and hold them in their embodiment journey.
Yeah, I think that came at a very, when I was just coming into my yoga in my 20s, in my mid 20s, I was really, really starting to deepen my yoga knowledge and learning and practice. And at that time, the glimpses of like, whoa, what would it be like if I had my own place where people would come? And at that time, I wouldn't have called it a retreat center, but at that time, I was like, what if it was a juice bar and it was at this farm kind of place where people would come and like spend days and rejuvenate and love themselves up? And I think those were the glimpses that came in. It wasn't a full vision at that time. But I was living on the West Coast. I was in Vancouver, British Columbia at that time when I was, just starting my practice. And as I kept deepening, more and more glimpses would come in. I was like, ooh, what if I had my own? And then it always went away really fast. Because when you live on the West Coast, your hopes go real down unless you're a billionaire. Right. Because then I moved to LA, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna go, that dream, that vision, that thing that, it just gotta go away, because that's not gonna happen. That's not the reality, that's not the possibility. So I kind of just put it away. And then 2020 came, and my partner and I were like, let's go explore somewhere else. He had been in LA, he had been in San Diego, sorry, Southern California. He had been in Southern California for 22 years. I was there for 20 years. And we love California. We love our community in California. We have soul family there. It's like our home forever. And we were like, let's go just go check something else out. Let's go on vacation. So we came to vacation to Costa Rica. And within 2 weeks, we're like already had extended our trip to knowing we were going to be there for 4 months. versus just the few weeks that we thought we were going to be there. It was like such an easeful thing. And I think both of us were really ready to have the universe show us another possibility of where we could be. And within a few months, we checked out 2 other places, and this is the 3rd place that we checked out, and we were not interested in buying. There's a whole story to this, girl. Like, when you come here, I'm going to share with you the whole big fat story.
Next week. Woo!
Yeah, so excited to hug you in person. Oh my God. So thrilled. But like, this was the 3rd place. We were renting it. And then all of a sudden, as soon as we signed the lease to rent it, visions came in. It's giving me goosebumps right now telling you this. Visions came in of like, oh, what if we were to buy this? And I was like, where's that coming from? And then the vision of like, well, what if this home was our home? And I was like, what are we talking about? So there was like this questioning of, spirit showing us, and then me just used to putting those kind of big things. I think I had the dream, California, I want to live at the beach or want to live in the mountains and have a big place, and just kept putting that away. So I was so used to putting it away, seeing things and going, nah. So we come into the house, and I kid you not, the first week, the owner says, the house is for sale as well. And if you wanted to do owner financing with us, I could work that out with you. We still don't have the means, like we were just still like, I was just like, okay, we are going to work this out. And so I will tell you the long story when you get here, but let's just say magic, miracles flew in to make this happen. And it was so flowy. And there was a moment where I thought I was going to lose it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to let go. Like, I had to learn detachment in such a big, fast way that allowed, the truth to come in. And here we are. We have this beautiful 1 acre in a mountain town in Costa Rica, where it's only a half an hour away from the main airport. And we call it our tantric paradise, because tantra is like when the spiritual world meets the material world. And there's this beautiful, tantra means tension. So it's the tension between these worlds. And that's where Embody Costa Rica is. Embody is a sanctuary. It's a place. It's also a place where you can feel like you're close to civilization and other people that are on the same path of finding another incredible life. And every day, all of our friends here, we're just like, how did we do this? Like, how did this happen? We are so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. We just keep, reiterating that. Yeah. Not to say there wasn't troubles and stress to get into like building and all the things that were not part of the vision and happened. So, but yeah, no, I hope I wasn't all over the place on that answer, but it feels like just miracles, when you opened up to spirit really kind of leading you, you're just like, oh, okay, whoa, that can happen. And that's happening now. All right, great. Cheers to that.
Yeah, I love that. Our theme coming up for this moon cycle in our Wild Aliveness community is sacred surrender, and what actually happens when you surrender to that larger divine plan, when you surrender to the deeper soul call, when you surrender to that path that, is pulling you forward, even though you're like, all things.
Yeah.
And really just allowing that to happen. And when we come into that alignment with our mission, with our values, with our soul purpose, that, the universe really does roll out the red carpet, even though there are those challenge points that are like, are you sure you really want this? Are you sure you really want this? But in general, it's like that red carpet rolls out and the path presents itself. And it's just like, oh, okay, let me go along the path. Let me follow this path. Let me surrender and open to receive the blessings that are here. So I love that. Love that story, and just the power of the alignment. And so now that is where you've landed, how do you approach really creating a financially sustainable retreat business while staying true to your mission and values, and also still anchoring in that core piece around embodiment for you and really supporting people in that deeper journey?
Yeah. So a lot of our people that come to us are newer at running retreats and creating international retreats. So we support them on the whole organizing side of it. So basically, they come in and we have a package, so they don't have to worry about anything. We take care of them as soon as they arrive. They just have to sell their tickets, and then we do all the rest of it. We give them Google Sheets to fill out, to enter all the people. We pick them up from the airport. We drop them back to the airport. If they need an extra night, this and that, like all the things, like we're organizing them. My partner is also an incredible marketing expert. So he has a bonus session with them and he gives them all of this amazing, he's so generous. So he just pours into them. We also offer, like, as a bonus, if you wanted us to incorporate he runs ecstatic dances. I lead experiences through embodiment and transformation through the body. I've been teaching yoga and dance and facilitating transformational experiences for 22 years, and it's my pleasure zone. So that's included. So I feel like a grandmother now. I just turned 51 this year, and I know that's not a grandmother age, but it could be. It could be. Depends on what culture you're in. In my culture, yes. Okay. But I do feel like a grandmother of people who have more energy and shakti at this time, and that are stepping in to really be light holders for other people and facilitate for other people. I feel like I get to now nurture them in my nest here, and then while they're here, to support them with their transformation that they're leading. And it is such amazing. I had no idea that that would be a pleasure zone for me, but sure is. I just like love to watch people build their businesses, grow and expand their prosperity through them leading others to the light and to, their transformation. And it's such a cool position to be in at this moment. It's like, and there's just so many pieces of it. But yeah, that's how it's unfolding at this moment. So cool.
I love that. And I love that piece as well, like really supporting those that are light workers, that are healers, that are bringing such powerful and profound medicine to the world, to be financially resourced. I'm definitely a big believer in getting finances and financial resources into the hands of world-changing women, queers, marginalized folks that are really doing the powerful, profound work. That's one of the things that we're going to be going into on Friday in our Revolutionary Retreats free event that's upcoming, to really support not only elevating your impact and fostering inclusivity, but also increasing your income, because retreats are such a powerful way to do that. And we're going to be going deep into that in the retreat, and then also our 12-week transformational retreat leader initiation training this fall, which is really going to support increasing impact and income for those who are the way showers, who are bringing that deep healing medicine, who are the medicine women, who are the ones that are really bringing the light and raising consciousness on our planet, and really, bringing that and igniting people into their revolutionary potential through retreats. So I love that you're so aligned with that as well, and that you're supporting people in such a way of that great mother energy, the grandmother energy, holding them as they step in. And what a beautiful gift that is, to say, oh, it doesn't have to be hard. What if it takes one, and what if it's easy? And so, I love how Embody Costa Rica is actually providing that for people, and really supporting that jump, that evolutionary jump of like, ooh, it might be time for me to lead my first global retreat. It might be time for me to lead my first international experience. And so love that invitation is there as well. And that not only supports your business, but also supports others in stepping into the next level of their potentiality and their income. And so I wonder, with all of that,
I want to just also say, like, I love what you're doing. I love that you're empowering these medicine women and these people to step into them way sharing all of the people, the souls that need them. And it's a hard thing to grasp for some of you newbies out there, but just know that if you have that inkling of an offering that you're holding to lead people through, that's because there's souls that need you. And it doesn't make, and I'm not giving you this to make you have a big head, but it's more so to let you know that it's part of your dharma. And the D in embody, that's an acronym, by the way. We can break that down for you. But the D is dharma. Dharma is your purpose. In yoga, we talk about your dharma. It's your essential nature. It's a thing that you came here. So that's the thing you're holding. It's that offering that comes in all sorts of different creative ways. But those souls need to be served. And a retreat is such a powerful way to hold and lead that. And so if you have a dream, a vision to, or if you had like inklings that came through of you holding retreats, I just feel like this is such a great marriage between even you and I. Like, go to Lainey and then come to me. Let us support you. Oh my God, if I had you and me before, like when I was just starting out, my God, I would have not fell on my face.
Yeah.
A few times.
It's true. I definitely like to make the journey easier, quicker, faster for people. That's why I created our Oracle creation course too. Like, it doesn't have to be so hard to create an Oracle deck. Here are the steps. So this is really helping people to embody those steps. So I hear that. And I totally agree. And, I do think right now we are at such a critical juncture in our world. And transformational retreats, you can have the same level of impact in 10 years in talk therapy in a really skillfully potent held 5-day transformational retreat, or week-long transformational
100%.
retreat. And like, we are in an expedited time of awakening. Like, we don't have 10 years to be waiting around. It's like a crisis point. And so I really wanted to bring forward this medicine this fall because of where we are globally, because of the level of healing and transformation that is needed now, and people who are really rooted and bringing their gifts and medicine to the world. Because I do believe that when we are all giving our unique nutrient, our unique gifts and medicine to the ecosystem, that's how we all can thrive. That's how we all can really be in our fullest essence, and that together we can be free, true liberation for all beings and all people. So I love that. Yes.
Yes.
And, you already did share some sort of strategies that you use to attract participants that are aligned with your retreats, but I'm also wondering how you ensure inclusivity and really honor diverse identities in your retreats as well.
I think for us, because we've had them, theys here, we've had trans folk here, I don't think except for our like women's retreat that's specifically about menopause, our transformational camp for adults is that it's open. It's those that are light workers, teachers, facilitators. We're utilizing and speaking directly to the soul's path purpose versus the outer shell of what vehicle we're driving. That's how we talk about it in yoga too, is like, I've been given this vehicle, and I'm utilizing this vehicle. I'm dressing this vehicle up in the way that I want to dress it up. And everybody's got their own expression of that. And it's beautiful. And so that's not what we're really speaking to. We're speaking to your soul's desire here, your soul's yearning to bring the light in the way that you want to bring it. And so we're nourishing that, and that's what especially our transformational camp for adults, that one is it's just the coolest thing. Cause when in our business world, we're like, what's the niche? Who are the people? What do they look like? How old are they? And that, like, I've tried to do that, especially with this retreat. And I'm just like, it doesn't want to do that. It doesn't want to do that, because we have men, women, them, theys, this, that, we have so many walks of life, all ages, all the way from 18 years old, all the way to, I think our oldest person is 78 for that retreat. I think that, and I always want to check myself and make sure that I'm not like excluding anybody. But I think the soul is limitless, shapeless, and has a mission here. And that's what we're speaking to, especially for the transformational camp for adults, which is, it's coming up soon. So we've been like really, I've been channeling on who this is for. And it's those who want to be sourced, need to be sourced at the deeper levels in order for them to continue walking and opening up their channels and yeah, walking their light in the world and changing lives that they're meant to change. So that's, I think, you know, how we're doing it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Love that. Love that you are welcoming to non-binary and trans and queer folks as well in your retreats
Oh
and
yeah.
space for that. And, creating safe space and sanctuary for those to return home to their soul, because why else are we here? It is that homecoming
Yeah.
journey. And so I love that you're so deeply, that is such a deep part of your mission and all that you're doing with Embody and with your work and how you're holding space, and just really want to honor you for creating that sense of sanctuary for those that are ready to really dive deeper into their soul's journey. And just wondering with that, if there's any final things you want to share around the power of transformational retreats as we begin to come to a close here, just any little tidbits, anything you want to offer just to leave us with your little medicine pill.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. If your heart sees it, then you're meant to do it. So if you have those glimpses of really seeing yourself as a circle leader, as a retreat leader, as a someone who wants to take people on journeys in incredibly beautiful places, then follow that. I've always, yeah, my experience of life has been like if I kept following the heart's nudges, even if my mind said that it wasn't possible, I just kept following. And I, I would just encourage everyone to keep following that. Fuck what anybody else says.
I love it. Yes.
Yeah.
And be sure to join us on Friday for Revolutionary Retreats to really help ignite your leadership potential, equip you with the tools to really create transformative retreats that change lives, and also empower you to make a profound impact while also having sustainable income to support you. So looking forward to seeing you there on Friday. Thank you so much for this beautiful conversation, for the work that you do, for founding Embody to be this sanctuary of soul, and so excited to be there in person next week. So I'll have lots more to share about my experience as well on the other side, and just deep gratitude for you, sister, and grateful to be on the journey together.
Oh, me too, me too, me too. To the fluid journey of us all, the evolution of our beings. Mm.
Yes.